right, now some entertainment news. What's new with Justin Timberlake?
So he got caught driving while impaired. Yep, and that happened. And they're saying that his lawyer is going to fight it, maybe possibly try to get it down to a DWAI, which apparently isn't a criminal thing. And if that's the case, then he will maybe get a $500 fine.
Is DWAI? It wasn't me, it was AI.
yeah, the AI was driving. So it's like driving while almost impaired or something like that. Anyway, so his lawyer says they're going to fight it. And a lot of people are like, listen, obviously, like we can tell in the mugshot, your eyes were so blood. Like there's no way you just had one martini. Like you said. Like,
they brought him in for a reason.
Yeah, but then a lot of people are like, listen, I think you have this platform. You need to speak up about how disappointed you are in your own actions because, like, you just don't drink and drive. That's something you don't do, and you have access to drivers if you wanted them. But it's interesting to me, like, Gayle King, she was on our morning show yesterday kind of defending Justin Timberlake.
Justin Timberlake is a really, really great guy. Listen, this is clearly a mistake. I bet nobody knows it more than he.
A stupid mistake.
Exactly. And he knows that. But he's not an irresponsible person. He's not reckless. He's not careless. Clearly, this is not a good thing. He knows that. But listen, driving drunk, there's never any excuse for that, ever.
Won't get your license back. Just one martini, who came up with that? Bloodshot, mugshot, you had shots, that's a fact. The cops like Justin, who? Aw, snap. Should've took a lift.
Did you guys see the officer, though, and, like, the conversation with him? I guess the officer that pulled him over was, like, pretty young and was Gen Z and didn't recognize Justin Timberlake, so he didn't care. And everyone in the car with him was like, please don't arrest him. It's Justin Timberlake. He's like, I don't care, man. I don't care what your status is. You're going to jail.
Well, he also goes, what did Justin say under his breath?
I guess while he was, like, handcuffing him, he was like, well, this is going to ruin the tour. And the officer was like, what tour? He's like, my tour.
My world tour. He's still performing. He's got a gig Saturday night in Chicago.
I hope he addresses it.
And then he's got two shows in Madison Square Garden, I think, right after that.
It'll be interesting to see if he can address it, because if his lawyer is trying to fight it, he's probably limited as to what he can actually say.
That's a good point.
I'm just so fascinated that he drove drunk.
I
It doesn't make any sense.
Just don't
doesn't make sense.
understand.
He should know so much better.
Do we bring up the conspiracy theory?
Oh, you bring it up.
Okay, so there is a conspiracy theory that Justin's tour, the sales aren't doing very well, ticket sales. And they're like, what's worse, announcing you have a failed tour or saying now you have to go to rehab because you just got a DUI and you have to cancel your tour and you still get insurance money from it?
That's kind of like the J-Lo rule, right? So she had marriage problems.
It's a theory out
they
there.
canceled the tour, but she still made $10 million.
Right.
Even though she canceled the tour.
Yes, Nick?
Yeah, I mean, I can't speak for how, like, the rest of the tour sold, but, like, Phoenix was sold out. Like, there wasn't an empty seat, so I just can't imagine that's the case. I think it's just
Well, it's a conspiracy theory.
It's just a theory. It's a theory out there.
Don't get all defensive about your friend. Why weren't you there driving it?
But like when I read that, I was
like in a mirror.
oh, that's why he mentioned the tour when he was getting handcuffed. I
mean, the
know.
conspiracy theory
It's a conspiracy theory. It's a theory, guys. We're not condoning or endorsing
But then
it.
again, you would think that, okay, I'm canceling Chicago and Madison Square Garden, but maybe those big cities sold out. I don't know if he's in any younger, smaller cities.
I don't know.
Anyway. So what else? What do we got? That's just like the biggest story.
Yeah, and we should say, like, people make mistakes. So it was stupid. It was a stupid decision, and we all make stupid decisions every once in a while. So,
what about J-Lo? Here's what I don't understand about J-Lo and Ben Affleck. Like, they're saying she's on vacation in Italy, right? Could she just be working or doing something? Like, how do we know she's on vacation?
Hanging out on a boat.
she could be. I mean, she is hanging out on a boat and doing fun things, but it's like maybe that was her free time after working. I think the thing is like she canceled her tour to spend time with family and friends and work on her relationship, and like she's like, bye, Ben.
Right.
I actually meant I wanted to spend time with my friends.
Yeah, because I think
myself,
he was seen with his son in L.A. on a motorcycle while she was in Italy. So I could see how you could do that. But we also don't know what's going on. Maybe she's like, I got to go do this appearance in Italy. You go do what, you know what I mean?
Yeah, we don't know.
Kevin Costner, his dating rumors.
Okay, so I really wanted this rumor to be true because when Kevin Costner's divorce was happening, it was like, dude, I felt kind of bad for him. But then it was like, oh my gosh, he's dating Jewel. That somehow works for me. But when he was asked about it in an interview, he was like, no, we're not dating.
She's so smart, and she's been through a lot herself. And so we have a friendship. We don't have a romance, and we've not dated. She's beautiful and smart enough for all those things. It just has never happened for us.
So that's that.
Well, let's go ask her out, Kevin Costner.
Real quick, though, the Travis Kelce stuff. What did he do?
So in his podcast, they do like ads, and they had an ad for this like wedding thing. And so they had this guy on, and they were like asking him, so you used this service to plan your wedding, right? And he comments like, no, actually made my wife do it. But then like people are grasping on to how Travis responds and like saying this is what will happen if him and Taylor Swift have a wedding.
My fiance has been handling the whole thing. He didn't.
I'm proud of you.
Okay.
I'm proud of you.
It's the way it
Because
should
you
be.
don't matter, Jake.
It's the way
I
it
just
should
want to let
be.
you know you don't matter, and none of your decisions should be made by you.
This is the truth. But I did put it all on her.
Well, you got to have opinions on some of it.
Just reassuring opinions. Just keep asking her what she wants.
Oh, my God. So, like, that's really telling.
I know.
Like, conversations have taken, like, if we get married, what do we get? Like, totally.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Oh, my gosh.